Hey yo, what's up everybody? I hope you're all out there having an absolutely marvelous day. Welcome into the channel or welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael and I'm here just doing Michael things. And as you can see before us, we have a medium-ish stack of top-loaded trading cards, which means in this video it will be a continuation of going through my PC of Marvel trading cards. But before we dive into this video, I just want to take a moment to thank y'all for taking time out of your day and tuning into the channel. If you enjoy what y'all see, and I really hope that you do, please consider smashing that like button, leaving a comment, subscribing, and sharing the content and channel. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so y'all won't miss out on new uploaded content. Only takes you a second to do, but it means absolutely everything to me. Now, without further ado, let's get after it. And as I stated previously that this will be a continuation of going through my PC of Marvel trading card characters. The last video we started off on the letter W, and this video will also be the letter W. I have two characters that are, as you can see, not very many of them, but after this video, I will be doing probably a series of 8 videos within the letter W for the character Wolverine. Yes, I do have a lot of Wolverine cards, but I am not going to put the cart before the horse, so let's just continue on with where we're at right now. So in this video, our first character will be Warpath. So as I stated, first card for the character Warpath comes from the 1992 Impel Marvel Universe set. This is that great comic book artwork done by the comic book artists, but it is not an image from a comic book. These images were all created just for the set. But again, great artwork, great imagery. That beautiful early 90s style of art. And great presentation on the card as well. And speaking of the card, it appears to be in very, very good condition. I think there might be a little bit of a ding on that corner, or actually on the top 2 corners. But anyway, there we go. There's information there on the back. And again, this is another one of those Native American characters that I will be supporting by collecting them. As you have may noticed, I have stated it before in other videos that I have native blood in me as well. So I find it an honor to be able to highlight or showcase these indigenous or native or other races of superheroes that you don't see a lot of them getting the light of day. And I know I have stated it before in other videos that they are more prominent now in the newer, within the past 25, 30 years, maybe we'll even go like 35 years, that there has been a increase of not only Native Americans, indigenous, but Mexican, Native Central Americans, Native Southern Americans, Asian, Filipino, what have you. But anyway, let's get back 1 point. Here it is, the 1992 Impel set, commonly referred to as the Jim Lee set for the fact that he did all the artwork in this set. And again, this is my favorite set from the early 90s just because of the presentation of how you have the little silver X's there in the background of the blue border, or the blue black background, then the black X, the purple, the red, the green, or not the green, I'm sorry, the purple, the red on top of the blue. And again, great artwork, absolutely phenomenal card. All right, there's information there on the back of James Proudstar, also known as Warpath. Warpath became a member of X-Force after his older brother Thunderbird was a member of the X-Men, but unfortunately Thunderbird died, and Warpath vowed to do whatever he could to get back at the X-Men for what he thought was their fault for his brother's death, where Thunderbird was not. It was not the X-Men's fault that Thunderbird died. Thunderbird died doing what he thought was right for the betterment of mutant and human relations, as it is in the X-Men, Charles Xavier's, what he teaches, coexistence. But here we go. It's a 1993 X-Men Series 2 X2 set. And again, great comic book artwork. I do not believe that these images are comic book images. They're just done by the comic book artists, like the other two cards that preceded it. But anyway, there's information there on the back. All right, let's move on to the next card. This next one is from the 1994 Marvel Universe. This one is just his character card, not a team card or anything like that. But again, great comic book art. And I love the presentation, how they have the thick border on the side with the name in gold and then the logo there in gold. Superhero on the bottom right there. Fabulous artwork, great imagery. And there you go, there's information there on the back where he's battling Wolverine. See, as it states here a little bit more in detail than what I was talking about earlier. As one of the Hellions, Warpath attempted the assassination of Professor X in the retaliation for his brother's death, only to learn that the error of his ways. And this was in the pages of the Uncanny X-Men 193 from May of 1985. Here we go. Moving on to the next card. This next card comes from the 1994 Fleer Ultra X-Men. Again, this is his superhero card, no team card. I don't think I have a team card of him, but I could be wrong. And I am, because there's a couple of them coming up. But anyway, great artwork, great imagery. Absolutely phenomenal art style. Dan Barrington, the artist for this character card. And there's information there on the back. Alright, let's continue on to the next card. This next card is the 1994 Flare. These ones were a little bit thicker than your normal cards for that time frame, but these ones are from the Mutant Genesis. And again, great artwork, great imagery. Got that gold foil on the 94 Flare there, and then on across the name Warpath on the bottom. And again, I love this style. Love this artwork. That's the only thing that's missing from these Mutant Genesis cards, in my opinion, are the artists' names. They should get recognition regardless. There's the rest of your information there. Now we will be moving on to the next card, and this next card is the 1995 Fleer Ultra X-Force team card. And as you can see there, another great image. A lot of the detail, the highlighting, the shading, the color choices definitely makes this image and his character pop off of the card. And again, it's got that gold foiling on the name and the logo, team name as well. All right, there's information there on the back, a little snippet of information by Cable, team leader. And there's artist information, Peter Scanlon. All right, let's continue on to the next card. This next one, I have the 1996 Fleer X-Men Ultra. And then I also have from the same year, the 1996 Fleer Ultra X-Men. And you will see this one says 1996 Fleer X-Men, where this one just says Fleer Ultra X-Men. And this is what I recently found out that these were part of a chromium set. That's why they look the way that they do. That's why they're the Ultra, the Fleer Ultra of the 1996. It's got that foil, that high gloss, that trying to show you here without blinding you too much. As you can see in the highlights, what would be the hard lines of the image, they kind of shiny. Those are embossed and gives it a little bit more texture, but definitely you can tell it is the CG art as well, but one of the better renditions in the CG art. This is the plain base flat 2D, nothing special. Like I said, this is just the early year release for the 96 Fleer X-Men, and that's the Ultra with that foil, high gloss, and embossing. And the information on the back of these cards are exactly the same. They come from the same year, same set. It's just a different presentation on the front. So here, I'll let you look at the back one more time. I know it was very brief that I had done it, but there you go. There's a little bit more. And then you see artist is Andy Kubert. And I do believe that in this set, it is both the Kubert brothers and their father. So it's Joe and then his two sons, Adam and Andy. They did all the artwork for the these Fleer sets. There you go. There's those cards. Let's move on to the next. This next card, not a style or direction for the revamp of this character. This is from the 1996 Marvel Ultra Onslaught. He completely changed up everything. As you can see in that, he's got the long hair, he's got the bandana, he's got the native attire. You know, he's paying homage to his native roots, so he's got that native attire. Where in this card, I don't know what the artists were thinking about this, because that's not my Warpath. I mean, don't get me wrong, the color combination is pretty sweet. I know that a lot of the members of X-Force had done it at this point in time through the storyline of the whole Onslaught thing. But they cut his hair all off, changed his outfit. I mean, yeah, you can still tell it's still the same dude, but you know, you lost the bandana, you lost the mask, you lost the whole look of what we have known as Warpath. But there you go, there's information there on the back. And again, as you can see, that was CGI as well. Definitely a better, they have gotten better from the early, was it 93, 94 sets, and now this is the 96 set where the CG art is definitely a lot better. Anyway, let's continue on to the next card. This next one, I have 1, 2, 3 cards. I got the base card and 2 parallels, 2 different parallels. These ones are from the 2021-2022 Marvel Annual. This is where they basically revert this character back to his, I guess, original look. Let his hair grow out, you know. Again, great artwork, great imagery, comes straight out of the comic book. And as you can see, he's a member of the New Mutants at this time. And again, I like how they have this cover art for the comic book as the background of the character art. There you go. There's that one. The next one, this is a Blaster exclusive blue base parallel. Same image of the character, but as you can see, it's got that prismatic rainbow refractor image there in the background, the blue foiling. Absolutely amazing. And again, same information on the back of this one as it is the other. So set that there, set that one there. And then this next one, this is the Silver Sparkle. They don't call it a Silver Sparkle, they just call it a silver. But as you can tell, same image, same issue with same process as the other one. Eliminate the background. I do believe that this is just a silver foil with the sparkle over top. As you can see there, it goes over the whole entire image, banner, character, and all, to give it that sparkly effect. But again, like the other, it is the same information on the back. All right, let's move on to the next character card. I have 1, 2, 3 base cards from the 2022 Marvel Beginnings Volume 2 Series 1. As you can see there is all 3 images. Let's take a look at the timeline as well. Again, great artwork, and these are images that we're taking out of the comic books. The image of the old school artwork on the, for lack of a better term, thumbnail image, and then the image on the back of the card as well in the background, and of course the cover image, all taken from the comic books. So there's all 3 of those. All right, let's move on. I have 2 cards left for this character. These ones come from the 2023 Marvel Fleer Ultra Wolverine. Both of these cards were done by the same artist, Jonathan Kolsch. I do believe I'm spelling or pronouncing that properly. But the first card, the low number card, is of his green and yellow outfit, which I do believe was the original outfit that he wore when he was part of the Hellions when he first came on the scene. I mean, I could be wrong, but I do believe that the green and yellow was first. But this one is the thicker card stock. I do believe these are the 100 point. And it's got that silver Wolverine claw slash mark there in the background. I know this. Oh, no. How did this get in there? I am sorry, everybody. This is the card of Shaman. As I just noticed right there, that says Shaman. This isn't even Thunderbird. So this one was, again, another card out of place. I had to put that one back with the other ones. But here, okay, I was wondering why that was looking kind of weird with that green and yellow. Anyway, okay, here's the Thunderbird card. Not Warpath either. Well, okay, again, I have another card that is out of place in this thing. So I got Shaman and Thunderbird mixed in with Warpath. So, okay. Alright, I'll just have to take care of these after I take care of those ones. So then that one there in itself was the last card for Warpath. Give me a moment. I'll clear this out and we'll start on the last few cards that I have of my last character for this video. Be right back. Alright, and just like that, I am back. I have for this next character 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different cards. These are of the character Wolfsbane, member of the New Mutants that then later became a member of X-Force, and then I do believe she went on to help Gen X for a little while, then before running off onto her own. But as you can see, this is the 1992 Marvel Universe Impel set. Again, great artwork, great imagery. I love how each card has its own different geometric shape in the background with a actual background image in that shape, which I thought was actually a pretty sweet idea. Again, great looking card, great character, great artistry and imagery as well. And there's your information there about Rain. Alright, let's continue on. Alright, this next card comes from my favorite set from the 1992 set. This one is the 92 Marvel Universe. This is the Impel set that is also commonly referred to as the Jim Lee set, because as you can see right there, Jim Lee's Jim Lee's name is there on the art. He is the artist for this entire set. Holy crap. Whew, that was a lot of fumbling. But anyway, great looking card, great artwork, great imagery. A huge fan of Jim Lee's style, regardless of what company he's working for, because I do believe he's worked for all top three. Marvel, DC, Image. I know he's worked with DC, and I know he's worked with Marvel, obviously. Anyway, there's your information there on the back. And as we go along, this information gets shorter and smaller on the back of the cards. Alright, let's continue on. This next card comes from the 1993 X-Men Series 2 X2 set. This one is definitely a little bit of a darker image, of course, not just in appearance, but in the style, because as you can see, she's very feral. She appears to have blood dripping from her claws and hand, snarling, but still badass image. Great looking card. Condition of the card's in absolutely amazing shape as well. Phenomenal artwork. And again, also with the phenomenal artwork there on the back with the rest of your information there. Alright, continuing on to the next card. This next one is from the 1994 Fleer Ultra X-Men. This is her single character card. Definitely a unique style. This is that artist. His name's Bill. When I'll flip over the card, it's hard to pronounce his last name and I butcher it every time. So I try not to say it. I do it off camera, and I still sound like an idiot. So I'm really not even going to try and make a digital proof that I sound like an idiot. But I'm sure you guys watched enough of these videos. You know, I fumble. I'm human. We all trip over our words at times. Mouth doesn't move as fast as our brain, or vice versa. Our mouth moves faster than our brain. So anyway, continuing on. This next card, it comes from the 1995 Flair Marvel Annual. This is some of that CG art. And this image, they are trying to, in my opinion, steal the move that was created by Colossus and Wolverine called the fastball, where as we look, Guido, strong guy, threw Wolfsbane like a baseball, and that was a combo move that Wolverine and Colossus came up with. I'm sure you will see it in the quite a few next videos that I will be doing featuring just Wolverine. But there is a card or two, maybe even three, that shows the fastball maneuver where you see Colossus throwing Wolverine with his claws extended out. So I think that they just got a little, I don't know, is this an homage to Wolverine and Colossus doing the fastball move? Or is this just the artists were like, oh, I'm just going to steal that style and just do it my own way with Guido and, well, Strong Guy and Wolfsbane. Anyway, let me know what y'all think down there. in the comments section on any of these cards or even any of the topics that I discuss on here. I'm very active in the comment section. I will respond once I know that there is a comment or I have the opportunity to respond. I'm very active with all my other subscribers. Ow. So if you choose, feel free. Write something down in the comments section about any of these character cards on any of the videos. But anyway, continuing on, I have 3 cards left. These next 2 cards come from the 2021-2022 Marvel Annual, and these are the blue base parallel. I swear I have this base card somewhere. Again, I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I'm spitballing that in previous videos I have made mention of cards missing. A binder gone. Cards that I know that I have that should be in with my characters that are not in with the characters. And as you saw in that earlier in this video when I was doing the Warpath, I had that Shaman and the Thunderbird cards mixed in with Warpath, which they should not have been. They should have been in their own slots. Anyway, this just makes me believe that somewhere along the line, other hands have touched these cards other than mine. Anyway, there's your information there on the back. Let's continue on to the last card. This last one comes from the 2023 Marvel Beginnings Volume 2 Series 2. This is the blue base parallel. The original base card is a white background with the silver border around instead of the gold. The blue, the red have the gold. The white has the silver. But again, great artwork, great imagery, very intense look on her face. And you got the old school image from like the first couple years that she was in the New Mutants. Again, great artwork, great imagery. Straight out the comic book. All right, and there's your information there on the back. A little bit of information on the timeline for Reign. Well, that's it, everybody. That concludes this video. So, as I wrap up another one, I just want to say thanks again for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed this showcase as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. Y'all's support means absolutely everything to me, and it makes the world of difference not only to me, but to this channel as well. I greatly appreciate it and each and every one of y'all for doing so. And before y'all go, please take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and be kind to everyone everywhere you go, because what you put out returns to you 1,000-fold. So with that being said, I hope the rest of your day continues to be absolutely marvelous, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, y'all. Peace.